Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into something that is literally transforming how we think about logistics education and career prep. I mean, we're talking about completely removing the friction from studying and replacing it with this incredibly adaptive artificial intelligence. If you've ever felt totally bogged down by endless textbook reading or those super rigid study schedules, you are absolutely going to want to pay close attention to this.
Okay, let's dive into this. I really want you to imagine replacing those long, boring lectures, the endless scrolling videos, and those static flashcards with something entirely different. Like, what if your study materials actually talked back to you? Imagine having this dynamic, conversational AI coach that doesn't just talk at you, but actually talks with you.
But hey, before we meet that coach, let's quickly ground ourselves in what we're actually preparing for here. The CLA certification, which stands for Certified Logistics Associate, is a massive deal in this industry. It's the critical first step. It is the foundational credential in the Manufacturing Skills Standards Council's logistics pathway. It validates entry-level knowledge across the board. So we're talking about everything from warehouse safety all the way to supply chain operations and material handling. Passing this exam officially opens the door to certified warehouse positions. It's basically your launchpad toward becoming a certified logistics technician, literally the key to getting your foot in the door.
Section 1. Meet your AI coach. And this brilliantly illustrates the core shift here. Traditional studying is just so rigid, right? It relies on passive lectures, memorizing these static flashcards, and getting stuck behind artificial progress gates. But Ari's approach, which was built by the AI Bridge Foundation, replaces all of that with a fluid, hyper-personalized dialogue. You aren't just clicking next over and over. Ari actually starts by simply asking you what you already know, which turns your prep into a real two-way conversation. And because it's a conversation, Ari adapts instantly. Let's say you open up the topic on OSHA standards. Well, Ari quickly assesses your baseline. If you're brand new to it, Ari's going to give you a ground-up explanation of something like the general duty clause. But what if you already work in a warehouse and you just need to brush up on specific GHS labels to make sure you nail the exam? Ari figures that out immediately, skips the fluff, and gives you exactly what you need to succeed.
Section 2. Learning through conversation. Picture this. A forklift battery is charging and sparks ignite nearby. What class extinguisher do you grab? Ari teaches through these immersive, high-stakes warehouse scenarios just like that one. It drills you with exam-style questions, sure, but it pushes you to articulate the why behind your answer. You can't just guess C and move on. Explaining your reasoning? That completely locks in your understanding. And honestly, the best part? It fits perfectly into a busy life. The whole learning journey with Ari is entirely stress-free. Sessions are designed to be bite-sized, like around 15 to 20 minutes. But hey, if your kid starts crying or your shift starts, you just close it. There are absolutely no penalties for stopping short, no minimum time commitments you have to hit, zero content locked away. When you come back, Ari picks up the conversation exactly where you left off. Seamless.
Section 3. Adapting to your style. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the powerful technology working behind the scenes. See, every time you chat with Ari, this sophisticated pipeline of AI extractors is secretly analyzing the session. There are 3 specialist systems at work here. First, it tracks your learning style. Do you prefer warehouse analogies or direct textbook definitions? Second, it monitors your engagement patterns, like what motivates you. How do you handle difficult questions? Do you ask for help or do you power through? And third, it tracks your topic progress to precisely map out your knowledge gaps.
By your third or fourth conversation, Ari has built a highly detailed profile of exactly how your brain works. And it goes way beyond just learning mechanics. Get this, you can actually choose your coach's personality. You can set Ari to be a strict coach, a relatable older sibling, keep it chill, get full of hype, make it patient and gentle, or even just select talk like me to match your exact vibe. The teaching adapts to you, not the other way around. And as you learn, you are never left in the dark about your readiness. You have full visibility into your mastery levels across all 15 topics. You'll clearly see if a topic is not started, if you're just exploring it, if you have a solid understanding, or if you are completely confident. What this means is you know exactly when you're fully prepared to schedule the real exam. So no more test anxiety or wondering if you even studied the right things.
Section 4. Mastering the CLA exam. So the crucial point is that Ari isn't just some generic study buddy. It is precision engineered for the CLA 4.0. It maps perfectly to the 9 MSSC domains with the exact appropriate exam weighting. Notice those big priorities:
26% on communication and teamwork, 28% combined for logistics and material handling, and 18% on safety. Basically, RE spends the most time on the concepts that will earn you the most points.
And the material isn't dry at all. These 15 topics are brought to life with incredibly rich, real-world examples. RE uses plain language vocabulary and actively warns you about common misconceptions that frequently trip up test takers. Plus, it contextualizes everything using examples from major distribution centers you actually know and probably use. Places like Amazon, UPS, FedEx, and Target. You're learning practical, applicable knowledge, not just some abstract theory.
Section 5. Accessible, free, and mobile first.
Let's move to and see how this builds a completely leveled playing field. Traditional studying is full of barriers. We're talking expensive paywalls, clunky software you have to download, and rigid schedules. But RE? RE is browser-based, offers anytime access, and is 100% free. Because the AI Bridge Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, their only mission is your education. No hidden upgrades, no premium paywalls, none of that.
Now, just because it's free and requires absolutely no app downloads doesn't mean it's simple under the hood. You can access it on any phone, anywhere, but rest assured, it runs on a highly secure, low-latency enterprise AI backbone. It's powered by Claude Sonnet via Amazon Bedrock, utilizing AWS S3 per-user encryption, so your data is hashed and secure, ensuring a really fast, safe, and incredibly responsive learning environment. Which leaves us with this final thought for today's explainer. The barriers are gone. The tools are personalized to exactly how you learn, and the content is mapped perfectly to the exam you need to pass. So, are you ready to ditch the static flashcards and start a conversation that could fundamentally launch your career in logistics? The future of your career is honestly more accessible than ever, and it all starts by just saying hello. Thanks for joining me, and keep learning.